Good morning and welcome to the Craft Room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm really delighted that you can join me today. We're going to be playing with another bundle, actually a whole suite, out of the new catalogue, which you'll be able to get into your hot little hands this coming week. So I wanted to get you straight into it because I want to create a really interesting birthday card that this suite opens itself up to. So let's get down to the desk and let's get started because I could sit here and chat all day. Oh, we better turn that around. But that's not going to get this done and it's not going to help you. I must admit, I'm quite happy to stay inside today. I'm just putting my little wedges in so that this hopefully holds and doesn't flip off like it has a couple of times. Right, that is looking pretty good. We'll just go up a bit so we know I've got all my bits and pieces coming into the shop, but that's okay. Let me introduce you to the suite. We start with the stamp set, which is called Beautiful Butterflies. And it's got lovely big butterflies, some extra colouring for the wings. It also has sentiments, happy birthday, so thankful, time to celebrate. In case you need me, I'm here, which is a great one. It also comes with dies. Now, it's lots of dies, so you can cut out great big butterflies. You can cut out a butterfly card front, but we've also got lots of little butterflies too, and you've got the centre piece of the butterfly as well. But there's more. There is this fabulous embossing folder, and it has a huge butterfly on it. I'll put it on the inside of this. I don't know if you can see it. There is a butterfly here, a great big butterfly. And this cuts it out, and I'll show you how that works. And then, if that wasn't enough, it comes with this gorgeous paper. Now, we're going to use this balmy blue one today. This side is mottled, and this side has big boho dots. And it comes in a whole heap of colours. Can't remember them all. That's a multicoloured one. We have I think it might be petunia. I'm going to have to see if I can pull the thing out. Where's the paper? Berry Burst, Coral Calypso, Daffodil Delight and Fresh Freesia. There you go. That's Berry Burst. Fresh Freesia. Ooh. And it's got a bit of Coral Calypso in it there. There's the Coral Calypso one. And Daffodil Delight. Now, let's get going. Oh, one other thing. It comes with these gorgeous sequins. So, we're going to use all of this. So, we're starting with this paper. I'm going to put everything aside and we're going to do the cutting first. So we're going to start with some balmy blue, and I'm just going to cut a strip 14 centimetres. So that's the whole length. We'll come back to that. Then I'm going to cut out of Night of Navy. I want 13.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres times 2. Actually, it'll be 3. I need maybe 4. Is it 3 or 4? 1, 2. Yes, 4 of them. So we'll do another 13.5. By 9.5. Because we need 4. Oh, now I never looked. Are we going live in the right place? Oh, I think so. Yes, that looks good. And we are going to need another bit That's 4 of those. I need another bit that's going to be, I think I need it to be about 5 centimetres by, I'm just guessing here, 13.5. So now I'm going to cut some of this beautiful paper. I'm going to cut it at 13, and I need one to be 9. In fact, I need 2 at 13 by 9. So we'll cut 9 and then 13. And then I need a 5 centimetre piece, which will be 13, which I've already cut. So, no, it needs to be 4.5, doesn't it? So, and then I'm going to cut 2 white pieces. I know, a lot of cutting, but you'll see how it all comes together. And they're going to be 13 by 9. Right. And then I've got a little dog crawling at my door. Let me just go and let him in. What's he up to? No, he's going to run outside now. Okay, let's get back to this. Left the door open so he can get in if he needs to. Now, we're going to start in our machine. Well, actually, we're going to do some embossing first. All this beautiful paper that we've cut, we're going to emboss. So, I'm going to pop in, I might be able to get 2 at once on here. Yes, that'll be lovely. Fit those 2 in. Try and get it reasonably straight. Oh, how are you coping with this heat? I hate the heat. I am not a person that likes hot weather. So I'm happy to stay in air-conditioned comfort. Right, let's go through. Oh, there's a big bang. So there we go. We have those 2 embossed. I'm going to emboss 1 more. We might do it this side this time. And we can go back the other way. Oh, come on. Everything's sticking together. Let's get this started. Right. Now, so that's the embossing done that I need to do, but there is one more thing I want to emboss. I want to emboss a whole sheet. And I'm going to pop that in. I'm actually turning it up the other way. And I'm going to take the die I was telling you about, this one. Let's put it over here. Oh, I need to move this so I can show you. I've got my sheet of paper in, and I'm going to put my die around my butterfly. And it sits nicely in place. I'm going to close my embossing folder. And I tried to move the paper, but I moved the die. So let's try it again. We'll put the paper on like so. hold it all in place and then close it. And then my butterfly will cut out. And we've got to go that way. We've got to put the fold side in first. And I'll show you what you get. Right. Let's have a look. We'll just again move that to the side. So we have the whole sheet of paper is embossed, but we have an embossed butterfly, and that looks gorgeous. So we're going to use that too. I'm not going to use that, but I think I could use that on a card front and put a different butterfly in there. So that's my butterfly cut out. But I've got a couple of other bits. While we've got this here, I'm just going to do all the cutting at once so that we're not dragging it in and out. I'll bring in my plates for cutting. I'm going to cut, I've got a piece here that's smaller that'll fit. One of these. And I'm going to cut this die out of, I had some paper, this one, just some balmy blue paper. And I'll have to move them around so they both fit. Right, won't like being that way, but we'll do it anyhow. Now I need to get this started. I'm going cack-handed for me. Right. So we'll pop that over there. We'll clean that up in a minute. We'll pop that there. Take that out of the road. I'm going to change quickly over to some navy. And run that through. And then we've got all the things we need cut with the trimmer and die cut and embossed so that we don't need to bring this back and forth. So let's go through, get rid of this, and we can go, oh, there is one other thing I did have to do. The most important. Forgot the most important thing. I need to clean my plate because I've got all this stuck, so we just scrape that off with the other plate. And I'm going to put this back. I want you to see what I'm doing here. This is our card. And I'm going to get this die. And I'm putting it right to the bottom of my card, like so, and in the middle. And we're just going to cut that out. Now, I need to get this plate to take up. And I moved my die. Again, I need to get better plates, don't I? And so again, I've moved my die. I'm going to have to do it the way I did it before. I can use my arm to hold it and push and not have it right on top of you. So again, I'll bring it over, putting my die towards the end here. placing that on. And then I'm just going to push slightly to get this die to take this. Oh, it's really being stubborn. Oh, there we go. It's taken. It's because I'm trying to get this die right at the front. There we go. Now, I only want it so that it's come out the other side, and then I'm going to wind it back. Right, let's get rid of this dodgy plates. And have a look what we've got. So it's cut out this piece. Where's my pick? It's cut this and it's given me a fold line. And I'm going to fold this over, but I want to straighten the sides. So I straighten my butterfly. And get my bone folder. And then I'm going to cut along the top here. So now I have a butterfly. As for this part, I'm just going to fold it up. I want it as far up as I can, and I want those corners to match. And again, take my bone folder and fold it. So now I have a trifold card with a butterfly, and it can do a little stand up. So it can stand on its own too. So now we've got all these pieces. This is for decoration. I'm just going to pop this one out. See if all the bits stay on here on the die, and I can use my bone folder to push them out after. So I've got my 2 butterflies. I have my 3 pieces. What else have we got? We've got pieces. So I'm putting my embossed paper on pieces. And I'm going to pop also the white onto. And that one I've made too big. I'll need to just trim that down. Maybe I didn't trim it when we were doing it. It needs to be 9.5. And then this one is going on here. And I've got to trim. Well, I'm not going to actually trim that. I might trim 0.5 centimetre off the bottom, is how I might do that. We'll have a look at that when we come to it. So let's do some gluing. Not sure which glues are working. I'm still using up my old glues from classes. So because, no, it's gonna, let's see. Oh no, that's doing fine. Right. And this one. A little bit of glue come out there. No, got it. So that's those 2. I'm going to glue. Come on, glue. Don't let me down. That one there. And I find with the embossed paper, you do have to just keep encouraging it to sit flat. And this one here. Okay, so while the glue's drying on all those, I'm going to bring my 2 butterflies in. I'll get rid of some of this mess over here. And I'm going to just go over this butterfly completely with Wink Stella. Now I know Wink Stella is not easy to see at home, but I'll try and show you. I'll do half and see if you can see the difference. But what this is going to do is it's going to... I'm not sure if you can see the light on that side twinkling. It's very... Oh, there's a bit of a twinkle. And this side doesn't. So it's just giving that shimmery glitter to it. And so when the card is sitting there, it will just catch some light and give a bit of a shimmer. So we'll just go around the rest of the butterfly. And I'm just doing it fairly flat, rubbing it just fairly flat, because I only want the raised bits really to catch the Wink Stella on the embossed one. I'll see if I can show you that too before I do the second half. So, I'm not sure, can we see? It's glittering away on one side. Yes, you can sort of see it if I get the light on it. So it's just picking up some of that sparkle, and again, this is going to hopefully catch the light and just give a bit of a glitter to it. And now we're going to do some stamping, and then we'll start putting the card together. So I'm going to stamp this piece with the butterfly. And I'll bring my stamp mat in so I get some decent stamps. I'm not doing a lot of stamping today, but just a little bit. So a nice little butterfly in the corner there. On our white piece here, I am going to stamp Happy Birthday. Oh, and that's crooked. Let's turn it over and do it straight. I'll stand up so I can see straight down. Couldn't do it straight if I tried. I don't know which one. Oh, that's straighter. You laugh sometimes because you just can't believe you've done it that way. And we'll do the last stamp will be on this one. See if I can get this in the middle and straight. Time to celebrate. That wasn't too bad. So that's all the stamping. Now, I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to put this on. It covers that. So, yes, I'm happy for it to go all the way to the edge. I think I will take half a Oh, I could take it all the way down to the bottom, couldn't I? Maybe I'll put it like that. I think so. I can do that. All right, let's get the glue. And glue this one on, a bit of a shape. Store your glues upside down. Now, if you haven't got a glue holder, you can easily, I'll show you, I've got a couple of glue holders. I have this glue holder, which has a dimensional stuck to the bottom, and it just sits in there. But if you haven't got a glue holder, let's put this on first before it dries. Oh, that's right, it goes right to the edge. Let that just sit. If you haven't got a glue holder, you can just use a ribbon. Now, that's got a little bit of ribbon left in it, but you could use an old one that has nothing left in it, and that'll hold your glue upright too. It's what I used to use before I had my glue holder. And on the back here, I'm only going to put, if it's going to cooperate, I'm going to get another glue out. They're not cooperating. I should have got one just to start with, shouldn't I? Now it's going to come out fast. I thought being warm, it might just encourage that glue to come out, but it's not. So I'm just putting glue around three sides because I want the top side open so you could put a little gift card in it if you wanted to. And I'm just going to glue that on here like so. We'll just let that sit, and while that's drying, let's put some of these pieces together. So we're going to pop one here. And I'm going to pop this one on the front. Like so. And where's, I don't need my stamp mat. That one, we'll do the back first. So this is where you can write. You've got plenty of space on the back of the card. So that one can go there. And I'm going to pop this one here. And I've decided I need to cut one more piece out with the die cut. So we're just going to let that all, I'm going to bring in my large block if I can see it. It's over here. No, here it is. Just to hold them all down. And what I'm going to do is glue on. Just putting some glue on the very back, just a little bit, because I want it to sit so it fits in nicely, but it flaps up. So we'll leave that for a minute. We're going to use this die. I want to cut out a piece to fit over the butterfly in the blue. And I had another sheet of blue. It must be here somewhere. Here it is. So I want to cut it out on this side because underneath we've used, this butterfly, we've used that side. So we'll cut it with that side. I'm just going to cut it on here. So we'll just bring this in for a minute, talk to it nicely and see if it'll go through for us. There we go. Now, we'll get rid of that. Bring this piece back. There's that bit too. And I'm just going to cut this along the top. Just round those corners slightly where it's gone. Actually, that's gone a little bit higher. Right. Now, I don't want the antennas on them because I'm going to use that in just the plain boho blue. And I'm going to cut these off too, and that's, you'll see why. It fits lower down. It doesn't need them there. So we'll bring back in our card and we'll glue this on here. It's just more mottled, softer. You can see the softer colour and it will work in well with our butterfly. There we are, a bit of glue all over. And we'll just pop it on here and just line it up. So we'll let that dry for a minute, and while we're doing that, we'll work on our label. I'm just cutting it in half, and I'm just going to have it hang off the very end, just to give it a bit of colour against the back. So just a bit of glue here. And hold it there for a minute. Of course, I'm going to try and rush it and it's going to move. We'll let that one dry. And we're now going to fold the butterfly again and put his wings up. So we're only again putting glue on the body of the butterfly. And we want the wings to fit in with the wings. So you can see I've cut those antennae off here because they would be. So we're just going to let that dry, and while that's drying, we'll now come back to this piece and we'll put it on the front. And we're just going to put it there. And get them even. I think that's a little bit too much. Now I'm going to work out where I want this to be hidden by the butterfly. It's going to go there roughly, but that's slightly too high. So if I have it down a bit, does that fit? Yeah. So let's put some glue on the back of this. And it's got to go in the middle and about there, I think. But we'll check it again. A bit low on this side. Let's see. That's perfect. So that's hidden by the butterfly. But I really want to add some bling to the butterfly. And this is where these are going to come into play. I'm just going to put down the body of the butterfly, the one we cut out, a thin row of glue. And I'm going to take my pick. I'm going to start with, there's a whole lot of different ones in here. So I'm just going to start with a couple of bigger ones that are very shiny and they have a bit of a pattern on them. I think we'll do 3. And then we're going to bring in some, I want some of these blue ones. I've got 2 there stuck to my pick. That little one can go down the bottom here. It's a bit fiddly, but it doesn't take that long to do. I've got a bit much glue on it, I think. But we'll fix that in a minute. This one can come up one, and I might put one more little one on the underneath as well. Now I'm just going to dab it with my chamois to get the excess glue off. And that's it, that's the card. So when they get the card, and in the envelope, we can stamp the butterfly on the envelope. In fact, you know what? I'm really not happy that that looks so plain. I'm going to put a bit of Winker Stella on it. And you'll notice it runs a slight little bit. I don't mind that because it just gives it a bit of colour then. Oh, that's a bit, oh, it's not going to spread. So there you go. That's just spread a bit of colour through the butterfly, but also given it a bit of glimmer. It's a bit hard to see, I know. But you can see the colours blended through the butterfly. So when they get their card, and I don't know if you can see, but they wobble a bit. It flutters. So when they get their card, they can open it up and it says happy birthday, and open it up again, time to celebrate. Now, if you didn't want to put anything in, you don't have to, but you could put in a gift card there or Tats Lotto ticket, whatever you think. And they can stand their butterfly up like this, so it would stand like, I've got it upside down, haven't I? I think I'm showing my class. It would stand like that, like so, and of course these will wobble, and you've got the writing on the back. So that's my card for today. I hope you like it. I hope it inspires you. I love this butterfly set. First of all, I didn't think much of it. We've had lots of butterflies, but I really have taken to it, and I love how this just layers up beautifully. All right, I'm going to bring you back up to me. There we go. All done. Done for another day. Hopefully you've enjoyed that, and I will be back next week if we all survive this heat. Hopefully there's not any fires again today and tomorrow, but I will be back next week after we've gone through our heat wave of 38 degrees, 37 and 38. So hopefully we'll all survive. I know I will. I'll be in air conditioning because I don't like the heat at all. So I will catch you next week, and we'll have a look. We'll be able to play a bit more with the catalogue, and if you need one of the catalogues, sing out and I can get one into your hot little hands. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.